Good morning, everyone. It is day 10. We're going to do the advent calendar real quick before I head out. I got some gummy bears. I got a Kit Kat. And then for today's stuff, write your story as it needs to be written. Write it honestly and tell it as best as you can. I'm not sure that there are any other rules. Not Ones That Matter by Neil Gaiman. There's the quote for today. And then, what does the dictionary mean to you? Add it in. Ooh, this one's interesting. Okay, this I think is one of the new ones that wasn't in the batch last year, but is in there this year. Hello. So that'll be a fun challenge for today to try and do. If you watched the vlog from yesterday, I am going to be trying to add in the challenges from yesterday because I didn't get a chance. Because it was a spicy scene and that didn't really work. But yeah, we will be attempting to do those today. But let's head out to meet my friend, go to the cafe, get some writing in. Alright, hey everybody, it is the end of day 10. Woo! It is 11 o'clock at night. We just entered in onto Nano 20,682 words. I believe that's the exact number. It's somewhere around there. I did 3,062 words today. 1,000 was a detailed outline. I like to occasionally, if I'm having trouble figuring out where things need to go in what order, I'll make like an outline. If I have ideas for scenes that are coming up, I'll do like a detailed outline. This one's 2 pages long, and then I'll use it to kind of guide myself. Like I'll add things in between points and whatnot if I think it needs it, but this helps me figure out what I need to do, where I need to go, where I need to add filler, etc. I am a big fan of filler if it fits. And what I mean by that is I feel like a lot of romance books right now are very like, I'm going to show you 2 dates and now they're going to be like married and in love. And I'm like, where's the rest of the fluff? Or like 2 dates and now we're like, you know, gone. Like I just don't feel like there's enough in a lot of the things I've read. I literally read a book last night that was really good. It was a great book. But by the end, that we got to like Act 3 breakup, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's not the worst thing in the world. And they broke up, and then it was like they're gonna come back together, but I was like, we haven't seen enough of them together for me to be like, yeah, this couple would get back together. Like, what we got, I'm like, there's no ties here. They like went on 2 dates and he's in love with her, and then some stuff happened and they broke up, and she was like, I'll never get him back. And then she got him back, and I'm like, how? Because I'm like, looking at this relationship, I'd be like, this isn't a relationship. You barely even started dating. So for me, I like adding some more of that fluff into things to kind of really let the reader feel the bond, feel it happening. And I know some people don't like it. They're like, oh, that's not necessary. Let's just get to the spice. But for me, that's something I really feel like is missing, especially in the books I'm reading recently. So I do add in like filler. It obviously pertains to the story. It's not supposed to be like boring, slouchy, slumpy stuff. It has, you know, chemistry in it, you know, something to do with the story, the general plot, and it just kind of fits in, and like you start getting the build of the relationship, because I love that part. I love that part, and I feel like you can never find it anymore. So that is kind of what I was doing some of the outline for, of like where are my major points and where can I add filler if need be. I will be going back after I finish this draft and doing romancing the beat sheet, and I'll put all of what I have right now in it and figure out if there's any spot that could add a little bit more like a filler into it, or if I need to, like, you know, readjust some and go from there. So here's hoping it's all right. But yeah, and this goes for, like, the filler thing goes for even books that I'm writing that aren't slow burns. Like slow burn, I love a good slow burn. And if they are, like, fucking by page 100, unless it's like a friends with benefits, they're slowly falling for each other, I'm not buying it as a slow burn, sorry. You have not given me a slow burn, you've given me a speed run. So that's just like my opinion. I want, if I'm having a slow burn, I want it to take a while. I want us to feel it. And so in that same sense of, even in ones that are quick, I still want to feel it happening. I want to feel the bond being made. Even if it means we get silly little scenes that normally might be like, yeah, you can get rid of. Like, I love that. So that is what I'm working on, partially with this outline, is to make sure that I get those, plenty of those little pieces in, that isn't too overwhelming, that slows the story down, bogs it down, but also makes it like the perfect amount of bonding and creating that, I want to say bond, but I've used the word bond way too much. So we're not going to use that word again. Yeah. So that is what I'm going to be doing once I finish this book, is doing the beat sheet and going back and seeing what I need to do. I actually need to make myself another document with a little list of things I need to work on, because I literally changed major plot points today and I haven't gone back and wrote them down or edited them, so I need to go do that so I don't forget. I also had characters in the beginning that I was like, oh, they don't need to be named, they're going to be mentioned like once, and now they are named and have a different role. So I need like a, this is the shit you need to work on next document, so we might make that later. I am going to hop in the shower right now. I gotta edit yesterday's video and today, because yesterday I finished really late and I just went to bed. I was like, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. But yeah, this is the end of day 10. I hope you guys did well today. I know I did. But I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye, everybody.